Okay, hi friends. Sorry, my table thingy I bought just like went like this and tipped over. I was in the middle of the reading. I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and clarify the cards again. So you had cat spirit, very needing to claim your independence at this moment. You had horse spirit, which means basically the freedom is yours. And then what happened was you ended up with the Ace of Cups, right? Which is new love, maybe love for self, or starting something new because of the Scorpio new moon. Then you have the Badger spirit. So this is about being fearless and bold. This is about you taking a chance on you. If you haven't done that yet, you are full of love at this moment. So that's a good sign because love is coming in. If you haven't received any messages or anything like that, it could also be you wanting to find, develop a love in terms of what you're doing, and you haven't been able to put it out there, right? Like I've been teaching at the gym yoga and I haven't been able to do any yoga videos, and then my dad died. So it's been a really hectic week. So confusion came out, and confusion had a lot to do with you. And when I looked it up, it was more of mental confusion, like belonging and like where do you stand in the world, right? So if you watch the short, it talks about that. So you have a lot of love to give and a lot to offer, but at the same time, you're not taking the steps to be bold and to claim your independence, right? Because you're trying to get you need to get to it was the Prince of Pentacles, I believe. Yeah, which means you're just now starting to gain money, right? Like you're working on it. It's taking a long time. And don't get me wrong, COVID knocked off a lot of people, okay? So in astrology 2020, we're now getting it after like 6 years of like pursuing what we want to pursue. And it's just not me, it's like everybody, the collective. So watch the short if you get a chance. This is the message for today. We did have the Scorpio moon. So if you have placements with Sagittarius, Scorpio, even Aquarius, I believe, Leo, you're going to feel this a lot more than most, right? So you want to look at your chart. So I am easy means you need to get out and socialize. You're being too easy and you're not dating, you're not having fun, and you're just kind of like in the 6 pair of tears of emotions of confusion. That makes sense? All right. Sorry, my thing just took a nice big poop right before I was like starting. It just fell over. I'm like, what? Okay. I am fear and worry. Okay, so you need to get out of this mentality. This card is showing up because 5 is about fear of change, worrying about change. It doesn't mean that the change isn't going to happen. You need to make the change, and that's why the card's indicating that. So if you're trying to put some rocks together, right, money does grow on trees, okay, because it's paper. So you need to take some action and to get out of that fear and worry state. And 5 also, sorry, I don't usually show my face, guys, other than yoga videos. So this is kind of a first, but it's about challenge. So there has been some challenges, especially in your money department. So if you need to work on getting your money in check, this would be a great period to do that. Like not buying knick-knack stuff, don't do Black Fridays, supporting things that are like natural, right? Like healthy for you, right? Like I'm like even sleeping in can help you save money, right? I mean, finding things that are going to help you be that'll help you gain your independence, right? Like going out, meeting new people, that has a lot to do with it, because that's how you're going to meet your love of your life, right? You're just not going to they're just not going to come out of nowhere. Oh, well, I hope. Maybe if you're at the gym, okay, let's just say that, right? Doing something that you love to do. That's going to be an indication. Okay, I'm going to continue the reading because it was a little, So let's continue where we were. I am action and confirmation, right? So this is a new period. Number 1 being stone of age, getting your money, your ducks in a row, taking the first action. Now this could be also an indication that you haven't taken the action yet and you're just now taking it, and that's going to help you now where you've been stalled the last 5 years since 2020, right? And it just hasn't been me. It's like everybody, like even just mentally, maybe stuck in relationships, stuck in a mindset, stuck in beliefs, you know, you felt stuck. And so if you listen to like a lot of the astrologers, like ethereal astrology, she talks about it too, like being unstuck. So this is a confirmation for you to take the action, to put aside some time. I'll read this one stone of age. Okay. So this is about creativity. Where are you not creating, and what can you do to create? Now, it doesn't always have to be on a YouTube channel, right? It can be, you know, purchasing a business and opening that up and bringing community that way. Because right now, it's a really important time for that. I mean, everything is, you know, online. And so you can meet more in a variety of different people too, if you do that. And it actually might be a lot more cohesive too with your local environment as well. And you know, there's such competition too along the fact of the channel, or just in general, right? Like maybe things change, right? Maybe this is just for you to say, hey, I need to take some action and confirmation in a different direction of what I want my world to look like, because I am now retiring, or I am divorcing, or you know, whatever the case is. But this is about progress and making things happen. And this is about looking at the current action and making the changes in an activity. So what activity are you willing to create, right? That could help you gain some independence. That's going, even if it's circumstances are in the way, like how can you mold time? You know, time is a tool. There's a book that I just bought, and if you leave a note in the comments, I'll tell you, but I just ordered it on Audible, and it's really good. Okay, the next card you have is I am Master Recorder, 22, the nameless one. All right, this is about practice, right? Practice makes perfect, but this is also about you as a major arcana card. Now, you could be needing to get out in nature, go hiking, right? So you could be also looking at how you need to record things. You could be looking at maybe wanting to do music. This can also indicate too, I'll read it for you. You don't want my interpretation. Well, you kind of might want it, but okay, 22. All right, this is about, in Latin, it means faith. You need to have faith in yourself. If you don't, this is a time for you to have faith. And this is about starting over, raw potential, 0. You have nothing, right? Starting right now, what can you do to be your most authentic self to create the dream or the world that you would like to achieve? And this is showing up to saying, you need to look at how you have unpredictable raw potential, and we're a recorder of our qualities, right? So maybe look at how your skill sets and principles, and I kind of want to say look at how you can like record things that are going to be worthy of you, right? Like the date and the time of when you plan on creating, and do that every day, right? Every morning. I mean, we are creatures of habit, some ways. I don't know. I like Libras, we don't like change, but you know, hey, we work with it, and you have to adapt to change. So maybe you can work around someone else's schedule and then write it down, right? That time, or just do it when you have free time. Say free time, ding, and there's like, you're like, okay, I can go do this now. Because that can also be also an indication of you not being able to have your independence is due to that, right? As someone could be in a way. Unfortunately, I mean, that's life, where we work all different jobs, right? Like I teach at this gym since, so my dad just passed. I mean, I haven't been able to put a yoga YouTube video out, so here I am. The next card we have is 13, renewing. You're transforming right now, which is a good thing. So 13 is showing up. Something on the 13th could be maybe showing for you. You're gonna transform. It could be that this could be this you could be born on the 13th, but I want to say maybe something along the lines of, you need to get taking off the mask, like transforming that shadow side, the ugly sides, the sides that we don't like, right? Really looking at how you can renew that, like what areas you need to adjust and like love, right? The ugly parts, the sad parts, the mean, nasty parts that we all hold, right? Like hold that and be like, I'm okay with that. So this is about spirit. So spirit, okay? The empty cup in the thing here is basically saying you have an empty cup. And new life after death. So if you feel like you haven't been alive lately, this is a card of you saying you're going to get back to life. Also with this card in transformation, this is also indicating you're going to be activated once you get number 4 in all the cards, in which you do have 1-4, which is the confusion. So confusion will be transformed once you get out and socialize and start chatting more, creating something that's going to benefit you, right? And maybe it will other people, but maybe this is something that, like, do people enjoy doing, come into my yoga class? It's not. And so I get something out of it when I'm teaching, right? Okay. So this is also saying too, renewing your rejuvenation. So you could be taking more, looking at new beginnings after an ending. There could have been an ending, right? An ending to something that's just not working for you anymore. This could be your mindset, people, and so forth. So this is also about shifting that, shift of the cycle. So this is karma, reincarnation, subconscious energy, hospital surgery, serious matters, so be careful of that. Additional meanings. So this is a rebirth of something. Maybe you let something go that died, and now you're being reborn again to bring it back up. And this could also be you renewing your own spirit, however that looks. Okay. This is a new cycle for you. So because it's a new moon in Scorpio, so like I said, if you have those placements, Scorpio or Sag, a lot of those, you may be feeling it, or anything with Scorpio in your chart. Look that up. And if you haven't, I can do your charts. So let's see. Let's clarify. I want to say with the number 13, that's a number 4, so you do have another 4 here, which is stability. So you'll have stability when you transform. You will create stability for yourself to claim your independence, and also to have that. And you may be meeting somebody too with a new love, or the love more for yourself, more love, more money, right? That's how it goes. The green heart chakra starts to open up. You may have a lot of love, and maybe it has gotten stepped on, and that has caused you a lot of downgrade in your finances, not because you're only a prince. And you could be a male. You can also have fear and worry into what you want to create, right? Taking chances, taking a risk. And it says here, be bold and be fearless right now. Have faith. Let's pull one more card, and then we'll clarify. All right, Queen of Stone of Age, creativity. So this is about manifestation. So in the book, the Time book, it talks about being in your future self, right? So manifesting like you already are there in that essence, right? The manifestation is like you looking in your mirror and doing mirror work, affirmations, positive, such as I am safe, I am love, I am worthy, stuff like that, right? Stuff that most people, when I do yoga, it is all about like redefining your spirit self. And then, placing your tongue on the roof of your mouth all the time, because that's going to help with the pineal gland. And then you'll be able to transform faster, right? The liquids that come up from the from the spine and the cerebral fluid. So if you do anything, walking, dishes, remember, just keep your tongue up at the roof of the mouth, right? It's that ujjayi breathing, ocean breath. All right. And you could be a queen. Maybe reincarnation. You could have the queen or even king-like tendencies of holding that motherly instinct, right? Or you can also have within one of these cards here, I was talking about you being very mother energy for other people. And more of like a sage and or that, right? Okay, let's continue. Sorry. All right, number 4, again. Oh my, okay. So you need to take the mask off to find stability. Your shadow side, working on the shadow side of you. 4. Okay. So maybe there's some habits, right, that need to be changed, right? Like I know for me, like, oh my God, I can't eat anything that doesn't destroy my stomach, right? Like jalapenos, things like that. I'm just doomed. Like, I'm like, oh, I can't do a yoga video. I'm doomed. Oh my God. And so it's like, yeah. So this could also be, I am master power. You are powerful. So you can take the rein by the horns. If it's a health related situation, or maybe you just, you know, renewing yourself after you being sick for so long, right? That can also be an indication as well. I want to say though, this could be somebody taking their mask off. If it's a love situation, they're coming back. We are in Mercury retrograde, FYI. So be careful about that as well. Be careful about this. Be careful. Just kidding. But let's see. Number 4, the actor. All right. So I'm not going to read that. Actually, I could read that card for you. This card is about opinions. So their opinion doesn't matter, right? So it's your opinion that matters. You can give your validity to yourself, right? Everybody else is full of lies, full of, you know, poo-poos and whatnot. And what matters to you is your quality of your heart at the end of the day. How you feel about yourself, right? I mean, there's a lot of tarot readers. There's a lot of people that are going to say, you know, watch my channel or, you know, whatever. You know, and you just have to, like, you know, if something is drawn to you, that's great, right? Maybe it was meant for you to see. But if they're putting it out there, you know, right in the description, I don't know. I kind of leery. I'm a Libra, so we call BS. We're the #1 lie detectors. But if you have the actor here, it's about opinion and it's about performance. So this is like you getting on a stage and worldwide, and how do you want people to see you, right? How do you want people to see you? This is about theater, acting, games, anything that has to do with, sorry, I'm gonna move just a hair. Entertainment, federal authorities. There's something about manipulation as well. So additional meanings could be business related as well with stability. So your business could be pretty good. There's collaboration, if anything. Options and possibilities. It means independent qualities you hold. Okay, sorry. I had to like kind of, my book kind of broke here. So this is kind of a private and a worldwide stage. So look at it like that, right? Like this is your world. Like, what do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known for like, I don't know. I mean, I can see where certain things like people want to be known for. But like, where does your true authentic self really feel the best? That's how I could put it for you. All right, I'm going to pull some last cards because it's getting dark and I got to walk the dogs. Hopefully you're staying warm and you're in a warm place. If not, get warm for me. Yeah, I had jalapenos. Please don't eat jalapenos. Although it's probably pretty good for you if you do it a lot, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, liquid courage. Somebody's going to be intoxicated and maybe reach out. Community is needed right now. Okay, that's where you're lacking good feelings. Okay. Next card you have is secrets. There's hidden obsession. This could be you or someone else. And I can see that with a lot of people that are kind of like, I mean, just saying, you know, Facebook or whatever the case is, right? So really just being careful with how you're keeping secrets away from yourself, right? Like, what are the secrets that you're withholding of who, you know, maybe from a person, or, you know, sometimes it's good to have secrets, right? Not everybody needs to know your business. So, right? So just saying. All right, next card you have is, oh my goodness, responsibility. So work hard. So success is not about working hard. It's about being mindful about what your tasks are, practicing, and goals, right? So like writing down in a journal every day if you're in a situation where you can't and circumstances are there. Meaning, look at how you can take responsibility for what you've accomplished. If you haven't, you know, give yourself credit for that, okay? So if you haven't, dedicate and commit this achievement, whatever it is that you plan on doing for a creative process, so you can get stuck out of this fear and worry. Practicing goals. All right, this is respect for self. A lot. This is how you will be in your power, how you respect yourself, how you let people talk to you, right? And that's another way of how you're going to transform and to create your freedom and your independence. The next card you have is believe, maintain your position, stand your ground, blessings and higher power. So you're protected right now, which is wonderful. And let's see. I'm going to pull one last card from the unicorn, Doreen Virtue, for you. Hopefully this somewhat resonated. Exercise. Yeah. So I think this is a good time for you, since it's winter, to exercise. And then also if you're a fire sign, you know, a lot of people like have different foods they eat, right, during different seasons. And so this could be also an indication, like if you have too much fire, to cool yourself down. If you're breathing through too much of the right nose, right, do the alternate nostril breathing and breathe through the left. That'll cool you down. If you're trying to lose weight, right, or stay slim through the winter, this can indicate that exercise would be great to do that. And you may meet somebody there at, you know, the gym, or it's very beneficial for you right now to get out and meet people. So that's all I have. So thank you so much. And yeah, hopefully you have a wonderful new moon. And chat below there, like, subscribe, share. And then if you feel that this resonated with you, you can comment you can comment new below as well. And so thank you so much for watching. I usually do the yoga channel, and it's just taken me a little bit of time to get it back up and running. I stopped it about a couple months ago. My dad passed, so like I won't be able to get to the funeral, unfortunately. But yeah, so thank you and have a great rest of the day. Bye.